What is going on, Bulls Nation? So we have some reports that the Bulls might be going after Christian Wood. He's a power forward, very talented offensively, but should the Bulls go after Christian Wood, or can they even get Christian Wood? So let's talk about that right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. So I've seen some YouTubers and personalities and such saying that we should, or the Bulls are going after Christian Wood. And should they? I guess is the question. Now, Wood is a free agent, and all reports point that Dallas is not looking forward to adding Christian Wood back to the team. And there's also reports that he is seeking around, maybe he didn't have a good season. Maybe around mid-level, the full non-taxpayer mid-level, which is around 12 million, something like that. He currently is making 14 with the Dallas, so maybe he got a downgrade or whatnot. So maybe that's what he's looking for, and pretty reasonable if you ask me. Is he somebody that I would want to have as a power forward? Sure, but not with this iteration of Chicago Bulls. I'm telling you, if we do get him, and this is a suggestion to Dallas if they ever want to, but I don't think they would. They want to bolster their defense. It was evident that they're lacking some defensive presence within that organization, especially when they lost Finney Smith. I don't know if he even is a part of that, but they wanted to improve their defense. So the only way is to sign and trade for them, so they don't lose Christian Wood for nothing, is sign and trade him for somebody like maybe Nikola Vucevic, or maybe somebody like Kobe White, if the Bulls are not willing or doesn't want to pay Kobe White the money that they're asking for. Why would Dallas go after Kobe White? Maybe just an insurance if they ever lose the point guard, which is Kyrie Irving. So maybe Kobe White will be their next Jalen Brunson. Who knows, right? Who knows? But if I was the Bulls, I'm not going to trade Kobe White for Christian Wood, because the Bulls, if this iteration of Bulls, they don't need Christian Wood. He is a power forward that is gifted offensively, much more so than Patrick Williams. But Patrick Williams is younger, he's cheaper, he's better a lot defensively. Can you imagine a lineup? Let's just say the Bulls are willing to go over the luxury tax, and they are going to use their full mid-level exception for $12 million. Get Christian Wood as your power forward. So you're going to have a lineup of Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Christian Wood, and Nikola Vucevic. That is a bad defensive team right there, because Christian Wood is already one of the culprits for Dallas for not having a good defense. Now, he's better offensively, no doubt about it. He's still pretty young, so he fits a timeline of LaVine. I would say, as far as the Bulls, the only way he would make sense if we are trading Vucevic for him, which again I'm not entirely in for as well. You trade Vucevic for him, so now then you sign a defensive center. So that way you can compensate for benching Patrick Williams and or like Caruso in that manner. He's one of those guys where if we have Zach and DeMar on the team, they're gonna dominate the ball anyway. His offensive talents is gonna be wasted with the Bulls because he's only gonna get so much opportunities to score. And if you're not scoring, you need to defend for the Bulls. Much so like Alex Caruso. You have to do those things because those two guys are gonna dominate. That's why Nikola Vucevic is having a hard time getting his numbers pre-Orlando. It's not like he's regressing or anything like that. He just doesn't have enough opportunity. So for the Bulls to go after another and I know we have some offensive struggles, but what we need more so is a two-way player and that could have more opportunities. And some people even believe that Patrick Williams would have better numbers if we trade DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but to keep the core, for example, and then get Christian Wood, I think it's going to be a great mistake for the Bulls. What the Bulls need to have is a shooting forward or some snipers in the back. So when DeMar and Zach gets double teamed, they can kick the ball out and space the floor and not waste our full mid-level if we are going to Christian Wood. Now again, Christian Wood still is a good player. possibly better than most of the players we have here in the team outside of, the big three. And I would say I would keep Patrick Williams before him, to be quite honest with you. He would only make sense if he is traded for Nikola Vucevic in a sign and trade, but then again on a right price. I'm not gonna sign Christian Wood for anything more than the mid level, honestly, because of his lack of defense. And then you pair him up with DeMar. Maybe if the plan is to have Christian Wood in the power forward, eventually trade DeMar, put Patrick Williams at the small forward, then I can even get on board with that. But then at this time, you got to sign a point guard, because you can't run Caruso as a point. The most ideal scenario for the Bulls moving forward, honestly, is to maybe have Christian Wood power forward, bring Patrick Williams off the bench, maybe Alex Caruso playing small forward, with his defensive to mask Zach LaVine, and maybe Zach LaVine in the shooting guard and another point guard out there who's a dual threat as well. But yeah, I would only entertain Christian Wood in a sign and trade, perhaps, with Vucevic, if the Bulls have somebody lined up to replace Vucevic. I don't know who that will be. That might be like Naz Reid. Give him, I don't know, $7 million, $8 million. I don't even know what Naz Reid is going to command now, but you do that, maybe. Does it make us that much better? No. I would still just use the mid-level. If it was me, I would do a whole lot, different. I would just tank. But signing Christian Wood for multiple years, thinking, I would think that he's going to be signed at least 3 years, and that's gonna prevent you from signing free agents moving forward. So, and not a difference maker at that point. So, I don't know. I'm not on board with it. If it was me, because it might give you a little bit boost this season, but that would severely hamper you moving forward. So I'm already hand strapped with this Bulls. That's the reason why we can't sign for any free agents, and you don't want to repeat the same mistake over and over and over. So let me know in the comments the prospect of adding Christian Wood, how it excites you, and how it makes sense for the Bulls. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.